What's up, Bassholes? Welcome back. Guess what? It's almost tournament time. I got some tips and tricks to help you get some more fish in and help prepare you for the tournament season this year. Stay tuned.
Wake up before the sun come up. Truck pack, yak in the back, ready to attack. Gotta hit the road cause I gotta go. I'm off to my favorite fishing holes. Bassholes! Tiny little places that I like to go. Bassholes Kayak Fishing Show!
Alright, so you probably noticed by now that your favorite club or league has already posted their 2019 tournament trail. So, what does that mean? Well, it means it's time to get off your bass and start doing some research, man. Mo, what do you mean by research, dude? I just show up and fish, right? No! I'm going to share with you some of my personal tricks and tips that I use before I go out to any tournament. Alright, so the tournament trail's been posted. You know when you're fishing, where you're fishing, and what type of body of water you're going to be fishing. Those are three important things. Now take that information, get online, and research the body of water you're fishing. Let's say your first tournament is going to be a lake. You know your captain's meeting is going to be at the Welcome Center. Get online, get your directions for the Welcome Center. Make sure that you already know where you're going to be, where you got to meet, and be there on time. Get that out of the way. Now look at your boat ramps. Where can you drop in? Research your drop-in points. So now that you've found your boat ramps, estimate the time of travel it's going to take you to get from boat ramp 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. If you could possibly hit 3 or 4 different boat ramps in the time of your tournament that day. Alright, so you've done your research. So now that you got your idea of where you want to fish, get back online and research the fishing report. There's probably a guide or some local or a tournament series that is posted. Hey, I was out there last week. I was throwing Zoom flukes. We were up in the channels. We were doing this. Get an idea of the water that you're fishing. Break it down. Eliminate all that you possibly can. If the guide that lives on the lake is telling you in the fishing report that the water is turbid, it's in the mid-50s, bass are going up in the shallows, you should throw this, you should throw that, listen to it. Heed that advice. That is one less thing that you have to spend time when you're out on the water during a tournament trying to figure out. Now that you've figured out somebody's advice that has already pre-fished this lake before you or pond or whatever, zone in even further. See if you can find some navionics or lake map, see what the contours are, see where you're fishing. So now you've got all your research done. You know where you're going to fish, you know where you got to be, you know what time you got to be there, you got an idea of what you're doing, you know what the weather conditions are going to be. Prepare yourself. Is it going to be clean water or dirty water? Is it going to be deep water or shallow water? What are you fishing? Think about these things. Get these all out in the open before you show up. Eliminate that stress. You're already in a stressful situation anyway fishing a tournament. So you've done your research, you know where you're fishing, you know where you're going to fish, you got an idea of what the contours look like. Plan. Pack your tackle accordingly. Is it going to be clean water? Is it going to be dirty water? Do you need light stuff, natural, or dark stuff? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is there cover? Pack your tackle accordingly. You don't need to bring the whole kitchen, okay? Narrow those down. Plan and pack your tackle accordingly. Less is more. Make sure your colors, if it's dark, go with your dark stuff. You know what you're gonna bring. Bring your craws, bring your chartreuse, bring your black. If it's light, go natural. Eliminate stuff that you don't have to drag with you. It will decrease your stress level and increase your fishing productivity. Third thing I like to do when I'm preparing for a tournament is restring all my rods. Clean my reels, I clean the eyelets, I make sure that I'm as prepared to go for this tournament that I can possibly be. Tip number 4, more than likely one of these locations is going to be quite a distance from where you're at already. Research camp spots. Get online, contact the people that might be in the league that you're fishing with or might be in another league. Research a spot for you that's safe and comfortable to chill out for the night. Welcome centers, Walmart parking lots. Make sure you get a good night's sleep before you show up to that tournament. Alright, tip 5. It's tournament day, man. You've got all the pre-stress out. You've figured out where you're fishing, where you got to be. You're showing up to the captain's meeting. You're there on time. You see people showing up. You're nervous. Walk around and meet people. Introduce yourself to people. These are people in your community. These are people that you fish with. Either it's in your league or somebody else's league that you're fishing. Get to know the people that you're fishing with. You're going to be out there on the water with these guys and girls all day. You're going to be interacting. You're going to be crossing each other's paths more than likely many times in the tournament series. So get to know their names. Become friends with these people. These are people in your community. Tip number 6, and this is going to be my last one, bass holes. Tournaments on. You're out on the water. Don't be the bass hole. By that, I mean don't go infringing on somebody else's spot. If you see a guy over here or a girl over here fishing, don't get right up on them and fish. Make sure that you're kind and courteous to the other anglers. That's the most important thing. That's number 6. Be respectful and enjoy yourself when you're out fishing. This might be your first tournament. This might be your 100th tournament. It's always stressful. Don't make it even more stressful. So that's it. That's my 6 tips and tricks from me to help you prepare for your tournament season this year. I wish you tight lines, safe travels, and happy and endless zen on the water. Please like and subscribe and follow Bassholes Kayak Fishing. Until next time, peace.
Wake up before the sun come up. Truck packed, yak in the back, ready to attack. Gotta hit the road cause I gotta go. I'm off to my favorite fishing holes. Bassholes! Tiny little places that I like to go. Bassholes Kayak Fishing Show!